Hi everyone, welcome back to Le Gourmet TV. Today we're going to make butter. And I'm sure that a lot of you are now saying, butter, why are you making butter? It's cheap, it's plentiful, it's in pretty much every grocery store across North America. So why bother? In the end, it's all about flavor. You can make butter at home, it's going to take you maybe 5-10 minutes, and the flavor is just that much better than anything you can buy in the store. Plus, I'm going to make two kinds of butter today, and the first one that I'm going to start with is a cultured butter, and I just can't get it in my area. So what you do is I've got about 500 mils of whipping cream, 35% whipping cream, and to that I'm going to add a couple of scoops of plain yogurt, and it's got live bacteria culture in it, and you have to make sure you get the yogurt with the live bacterial culture. So, yogurt into the fresh cream. Just going to give that a little bit of a whisk just to get the yogurt mixed in. Now this is going to be hard for some people to accept, and a lot of people aren't going to do it just because they're going to get freaked out. I'm going to take this bowl of cream with the yogurt mixed in, and I'm going to sit it over here on my countertop. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to leave it there for about 6 to 8 hours, unrefrigerated. 6 to 8 hours. It's going to be fine. The yogurt culture is going to grow in the cream, and that bacteria culture adds flavor. It's not going to go bad in 6 to 8 hours, and if it does go sour, goes bad, you're going to know right away, and you just pour it down the drain and start over. So, onto the butter. And from this point on, I'm going to treat that exactly the same way. So this is completely transferable to the cultured butter. So I've got 500 mils of whipping cream, 35% whipping cream, and I'm putting that into a food processor. You just want to turn it on, and it's going to go through several stages. You're going to turn it on, and it's going to turn into a kind of a light whipped cream, and then it's going to turn into a really stiff whipped cream, and the mixture's not going to move at all, and then just like that, 3 to 5 minutes in, it's going to break. Immediately you're going to know that it's done because it's going to completely change texture. You're going to have two components. You're going to have a liquid component and the butter component. So basically you're going to have butter and buttermilk. Don't blink, you'll miss it. And that's it. So, I'm going to open this up. I've got a fine mesh sieve over a glass bowl. You need to have the sieve because now we need to separate the butter from the buttermilk. So we just pour this whole mixture into the sieve. In the sieve we've got butter, and in the bowl we've got buttermilk. Now this isn't the buttermilk that you buy at the grocery store. That's something completely different. Pour the butter out of the sieve into another clean bowl, and with a wooden spoon, just gently stir it. And what you're going to be doing here is, inside the butter is trapped buttermilk, and we've got to get that out. If you don't get the buttermilk out of the butter, it'll go rancid faster. You don't have to mix it very hard, and you can see that the buttermilk comes out almost immediately. We just pour that off. And just keep repeating until you don't get any more out. The next step is to take some ice water. Now this is ice cold because you don't want to melt the fat in the butter. And you just pour in some ice water and give it a bit of a stir. This just rinses out any of the buttermilk that might be trapped inside. And we'll pour that out. And then just give it just a little bit more of a stir just to make sure that you get the water out this time. And that's it. So we'll just kind of shape it, put it into a bowl, and this will be the best tasting butter you've ever had. I guarantee it. So here you go, fresh home churned butter, made two slightly different ways. This one is fresh cream churned right away, and you get an incredible sweet, fresh flavor from this. Now I didn't add any salt to this. And you can if you want. I know that a lot of people really like that salty flavor in their butter. After you've washed the butter with the ice water, you can start adding salt until it reaches that point where you like the taste. And this one here is the butter that I made by adding some live culture yogurt to the mix. Now I let this sit for 8 hours. At about 6 hours you're going to start to notice that the flavor changes. At about 8 hours it's developed a little bit more. If you can go 12 or 14 hours, the flavor develops to a point that's just unbelievable. But if you leave it too long, the milk's going to go over and it's going to go off and it's going to sour and you're not going to be able to do anything with it. The flavor in this one has the sweet freshness of the uncultured butter, but then it kind of goes a little bit deeper. You've got that next layer of flavor where there's some tang and some earthiness. So you're not going to save any money, but what you're going to gain is incredible flavor. And I think that for things that you're going to eat, flavor is what it's all about. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon.